Hi, Mark. Week 2. We start with the scales. We've got the G major scale. I was looking at your right hand. You're picking, suggesting, we can alternate the picking. Sometimes you're using a bunch of downs. There's nothing particularly wrong with it. It's actually a good sound. You know, you see a lot of flamenco players or rock players who've got good technique using a bunch of downs. But yeah, practice your alternating. Then just on the scale again, we were looking at hammering. So when you got 2 notes of string, you're going to pick one and you're going to hammer the other one. When you got 3 notes of string, my suggestion is you pick 2. So I'm going to go down, up, and then hammer the last one. A little slow. Beautiful. Then we're suggesting with scales, there's 2 things you can do with them. You can start grouping the notes together. I'm going to play the first 4 notes, the second 4 notes, third 4 notes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing the way down. I'm suggesting this week that you do that all with picking everything. The other way you practice scales is intervallically, and we're looking at doing a G major in thirds. As you said, we're sort of skipping over a note. Skip over the second note, go to the third note, then 2 to 4, 3 to 5. Again, maybe just do it all picked. For looking at your scales, you've done a good job on those. You had your major, you had your Dorian, you had your Phrygian, you had your Mixolydian. And we're just looking for some simple little vamps to sort of practice playing over them. On the Dorian one, we're looking at just going A minor 7 to B minor 7. And put it on your loop station, have a practice on that. It's 2 famous tunes. It's Moon Dance. It's Summertime. Etc., etc. A little vamp we got stuck into on the Phrygian was the B minor 7 going to the C major 7. It's a lovely sound. And again, you just put the 2 chords down and practice your Phrygian scale. A couple of things on that. Both your Dorian and your Phrygian, you can get a minor pentatonic scale out of it. So I was saying over this, I could be just using a B minor pentatonic. And the other one that you kind of like, which is pretty cool, on the A minor, I can use A minor pentatonic on it, of course, which sounds sort of rock and roll. But I can also use B minor pentatonic over A minor. And it gives me you actually get all the tensions, the 9, 11, 13, everything, and that's right under your fingers. It's super easy to play. You kind of dug this chord. I was playing C major 7, sharp 11. Here's my regular C major 7. I've got to refinger it. I've got to put my second finger on the bottom here, first finger back here. Very nice. Then we were doing it all down here. I had you play a B minor bar chord. I'm not actually barring, if you notice. I haven't got my first finger barring. I've just pinpointed it. And I dropped my little finger out. And we're goofing around with this thing going, we've got that open G string there. And I've got the F sharp right next to it, which gives me that minor second bite. This could be any chord in the key of G. So I could have like G major, A minor, just using an open A there, B, that's a B minor chord, it's a C major 7 sharp 11. The D, I've got to refinger it. The E minor, I'd use my open E. And there's an F sharp. So we were going 2, 3, 4, 1. There's your B minor Phrygian scale. Okay, we were going to do the blues again. Need a little bit of work just to recap the chords. Take your C minor 7 up here. Sure. Play the wrong chord there, man. B flat minor instead of B flat 7. No worries. Your melody. Let's count that in because it starts on the end after 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we were talking about sticking the third in, the D natural onto the B flat 7, and then leaving the D natural as the regular minor pentatonic. So I'm putting that note onto the B flat 7, and I'm leaving it out on all the other chords. You get this sound: 1, 2, 3. There's my B flat, second bar, second line. Last line. Cool. Out of nowhere. The chords first. Just this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I was suggesting use an E7 sharp 9 instead of flat 9. There's my A minor. E flat 7, put a 9 on it. A minor. Second 16. E flat 7 with a 9 on it. G major. Up to B minor. E7 sharp 9, A minor. E7 sharp 9, A minor to F7 with a 9. Cool. For the scales, for the soloing, we got it down to 3 scales. We're going to play G major over pretty well everything, except over the B flat minor and the E flat 7. We're going to just play B flat Dorian. A little bit later, you got E flat 7 just on its own. You're going to play B flat Dorian over that. And a little bit later, you're going to get F7, and I'm suggesting you play C Dorian over that. So your solo will sound a bit like this: 2, 3, 4. There's my B flat Dorian, back to G. Okay, I'm just going to stay on G. Here's my E flat 7. I'm going to use B flat Dorian. Back to G major. Second 16. Up to B flat Dorian. G major. B minor, E7. A minor. E7. Here comes my F7. I'm going to jump up to C Dorian. G major. And it's hard to hear without the chords, man. I'm hearing the chords in the background there. And lastly for this week, I can just play the first part of the melody. So we're going to play G major. Sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes up to B flat minor there, see? Back to G. And there's my B minor 7, just in slow motion. Cool. I'll see you next week.